Brothers, welcome back to the Stoic Men Tribe. If you're over 60, or even on your way there, I need you to hear this with your heart, not just your ears. If you're over 60 and capable of these 7 things, you truly stand out from the rest. You are not ordinary. You are not average. You are a man forged by life, pressure, disappointment, and quiet victories most people will never understand. Because here's the truth: few men ever admit out loud. So much of what we do because of women. The risks we take, the sacrifices we make, the late nights grinding, the early mornings trying again when the world counted us out, the silent battles we fight inside our own minds. Men don't just wake up and push themselves for no reason. There is always someone, a woman we loved, a woman who believed in us, or a woman who broke us. Every scar has a story. Every achievement has a heartbeat behind it. Every step forward has a memory attached. And when a man reaches 60 and still has the strength, the discipline, and the emotional power to do these 7 things, that man has lived. That man has endured. That man has risen above pain, betrayal, loyalty, loss, and love. You are the kind of man the world doesn't produce anymore. You are the kind of man other men look at and say, I hope I become that strong someday. Before we begin, my brothers, make sure you subscribe to the Stoic Men Tribe. Like the video, drop a comment, share it with another man who needs this message, and turn on notifications so you never miss the wisdom that strengthens your spirit. Now, let's talk about the 7 things that separate you from the rest. He controls his emotions, not the other. Way around a man over 60 who can still control his emotions is not just disciplined, he is battle-tested. Because every strong emotion he has ever felt, love, heartbreak, desire, betrayal, came from a woman, from the first crush that made his heart race, to the heartbreak that almost broke him, to the love he fought to keep, to the woman who pushed him to become better, or the one who pushed him to rebuild himself from the ground up. A young man thinks controlling emotions is about being tough, but an older man knows the truth. It's about wisdom. It's about choosing peace over chaos. It's about not letting the world or a woman shake him from the inside. Not because he doesn't feel, but because he has felt everything and survived it. A man over 60 has cried where no one could see. He has held pain in his chest like a weight he refused to drop. He has loved deeply, lost deeply, and risen from moments that would have shattered weaker men. But here's the difference. Some men let emotions destroy them. Rare men let emotions shape them. And if a man at 60 can still stay calm when life twists, can stay grounded when a woman tests him, can stay steady when everything tries to pull him off balance, then he has mastered one of the greatest skills a man can ever learn: emotional control. Not coldness, not hardness, but power. Quiet, steady, unshakable power. Women admire it, men respect it, and life rewards it. This is the first thing that separates a rare man from the rest. Not how loud he is, not how strong he looks, but how strong he stays inside, even when his heart is involved. Because men don't become emotionally disciplined by accident. They become that way because of the women who shaped their journey, the ones who inspired them, and the ones who hurt them enough to teach them. And the man who controls his emotions, he controls his life. He walks away from what no longer honors him. A man over 60 who can walk away, truly walk away, is a man who has learned the hardest lesson of all. Not everything you love is meant to stay, and not everyone you give your heart to will value it. You don't gain that wisdom at 20, not even at 40. You earn it through years of giving too much, fighting too long, and holding on to people who took your loyalty for granted. Because if we're being honest, men stay longer than they should, especially when it comes to women. We stay because we hope she'll change. We stay because we remember how she used to be. We stay because deep down, we believe love can fix anything. But life teaches you, painfully, that love doesn't fix disrespect. Love doesn't fix manipulation. Love doesn't fix a woman who stopped choosing you long ago. Some men stay and lose themselves. Rare men walk away and find themselves again. A man over 60 who can walk away has already lived through the storms, the woman who drained him, the relationship where he did all the giving, the years he put his feelings last, the nights he wondered if he was good enough. And one day, he finally realized something powerful. His peace matters more than her presence. His dignity matters more than her attention. His self-worth matters more than her validation. Walking away isn't cold. It isn't heartless. It's the moment a man says, I choose myself. I choose growth. I choose a life where I am respected. And when a man over 60 can do that, it means he has grown past the illusions, past the fear of being alone, past the need to prove anything to anyone. He understands that losing a woman who didn't honor him is not a loss. It's freedom. It's rebirth. It's space for something better. Women notice this kind of strength. Men admire it. And life rewards it. Because the man who can walk away is the man who finally understands. When you stop chasing what wounds you, you make room for what heals you. 3. He protects his energy. Like it's his last currency. By the time a man reaches 60, he finally understands something younger men never truly grasp. Energy is precious. Energy is limited. Energy is life. And a rare man, a wise man, no longer wastes it on things or people who drain him, especially women. Because let's be honest, men spend the first half of their lives giving energy away like it's endless. We pour ourselves into relationships, into fixing problems we didn't create, into trying to make a woman happy, even when she's already made up her mind not to be. We spend emotional strength like water, believing there will always be more tomorrow. But a man over 60 has lived long enough to know the truth. Some women feed your soul, and some women feed on it. He's met the woman who uplifted him, inspired him, believed in him. And he's also met the one who drained him without guilt, who took his kindness as weakness, who expected everything but offered very little in return. It's those experiences, the highs and the heartbreaks, that teach a man to guard his energy with intention. Now he thinks before he gives. He watches before he invests. He listens to his spirit before he opens his heart. A younger man gives because he wants to be chosen. A rare older man gives only when his peace stays protected. He refuses to argue with someone committed to misunderstanding him. He refuses to fix a woman who doesn't want to fix herself. He refuses to be drained by drama, chaos, or emotional games. Because he knows something powerful. When a man protects his energy, he protects his future. His health improves, his mind gets clearer, his heart becomes lighter, his purpose becomes stronger. Women feel this shift. They notice the quiet strength, the calm presence, the boundaries that don't shake, the peace that cannot be bought or manipulated. And men admire it because this level of control takes decades to earn. A man over 60 who protects his energy is not selfish. He is wise. He is disciplined. He is intentional. He has learned that energy is not something you give to anyone who wants it. It's something you reserve for people who deserve it. And the moment a man reaches that level, he stops living for others and finally starts living for himself. Me. 4. He learns to love without losing himself. One of the rarest strengths a man over 60 can develop is the ability to love deeply, without disappearing in the process. Because most men, especially when it comes to women, spend years giving more of themselves than they should, not because they're weak, but because love makes men generous. It makes men loyal. It makes men sacrifice. But over a lifetime, a man eventually learns a painful truth. If you love a woman more than you love yourself, you will lose yourself in her. And many men have. He's been there. The man who gave too much. The man who changed everything about himself to keep her. The man who made her happiness a priority while his own needs slowly faded into silence. He loved with his whole heart. And in the end, he looked in the mirror and barely recognized the man staring back. But the rare man, the man who has lived, learned, healed, discovers something powerful. Love is not supposed to cost you your identity. Real love strengthens you, not erases you. By 60, he finally understands balance. He can give affection without losing boundaries. He can be romantic without being naive. He can be loyal without allowing himself to be used. He can care deeply while still respecting his own limits. He has learned that if a woman truly loves him, she won't ask him to shrink so she can shine. She won't demand he silence his truth to protect her ego. She won't expect him to sacrifice his peace just to preserve the relationship. A woman who loves him right won't make him choose between her and himself. And a man who loves correctly won't let anyone, not even the woman he loves, pull him away from who he is. Because he knows now, a man loses nothing by loving wisely, but he loses everything by loving blindly. This kind of emotional maturity makes him rare. Women admire it because it feels safe. Men respect it because they know how hard it is to achieve. And life rewards it because it keeps a man aligned with his purpose, not lost in someone else's. A man over 60 who can love without losing himself is not heartless. He is healed. He is whole. He is aware. And he understands the greatest truth of all. The right woman will meet you where you stand. The wrong woman will make you forget where you're standing. This chapter belongs to the man who finally chooses himself and chooses love, without sacrificing either. 5. He values his time more than anyone's opinions. By the time a man reaches 60, he finally understands something younger men ignore until it's too late. Time is the most valuable thing he will ever own. Not money, not status, not validation. Time. You can earn money back. You can rebuild your confidence. You can recover from heartbreak. But the hours you waste, the years you give to the wrong woman, the moments you sacrifice for people who never appreciated you, those never return. A rare older man knows this. He knows the clock is ticking, not in fear, but in clarity. And this clarity gives him a strength younger men don't have. He no longer lives for approval. He no longer bends for opinions. He no longer chases acceptance, because he's spent decades being misunderstood, judged, underestimated, and taken for granted, often by the very women he tried to impress or please. He remembers the times he sacrificed his dreams because she didn't believe in them. He remembers the moments he dimmed his light to make her feel brighter. He remembers the years he put his own goals on hold just to support someone who never supported him back. And now, he refuses to waste one more second on things that do not grow him. A man over 60 doesn't argue with people who twist his words. He doesn't explain himself to those who don't listen. He doesn't chase anyone who walks away. He doesn't try to prove his worth to a woman who doesn't see it. He knows what his time is worth. He knows peace is priceless. He knows a quiet life filled with purpose is more valuable than a loud life filled with drama. And here's the part that makes him truly rare. He invests his time only where it returns respect. love, and growth. A good woman feels honored by this. A bad woman feels threatened by it. Because a man who values his time is hard to manipulate, hard to distract, hard to control. You can't guilt trip him. You can't rush him. You can't pressure him to abandon his path. He moves with intention. He speaks with purpose. He loves with clarity. He chooses carefully. Because at 60, he's not afraid of losing anyone. He's afraid of losing himself again. And that makes him unstoppable. A man who values his time is a man the world cannot break. And a man women cannot play with. He is focused. He is grounded. He is free. 6. He chooses peace over passionate chaos. By the time a man reaches 60, he has lived through storms most people never see. He has loved women who brought fire into his life, and he has loved women who brought chaos disguised as passion. And he learned the hard truth. Not every spark is worth the burn. When he was younger, he mistook chaos for excitement. He thought intensity meant love. He believed that arguing, chasing, begging, apologizing, and fighting for peace was normal, because the world teaches men that real love is supposed to be dramatic. But with time, wisdom begins to speak, quietly at first, then loudly. A rare man over 60 learns, peace is not boring. Peace is maturity. He realizes the most attractive thing in the world is not a woman who keeps his heart racing, but a woman who keeps his spirit calm. He stops entertaining women who bring emotional storms. He stops tolerating those who argue for attention. He stops giving energy to women who thrive on drama. Because he knows that chaos shortens a man's life and peace extends it. A younger man wants a woman who excites him. A wiser man wants a woman who steadies him. He understands now that peace is a form of love. Peace is a form of respect. Peace is a form of safety. And any woman who disrupts his peace, no matter how beautiful she is, no matter how much history they share, cannot remain in his life. Because a man over 60 has no time for emotional games. He's not here to fix her wounds. He's not here to babysit her insecurities. He's not here to lose himself just to keep someone else satisfied. He's here to protect the peace he bled for, the peace he earned, the peace he deserves. A peaceful life is his reward. A calm heart is his blessing. A steady mind is his power. And that makes him rare. 7. He becomes the man he needed when he was young. This is the final and most powerful transformation. A man over 60 who has learned, survived, healed, and risen becomes something extraordinary. He becomes the man he once prayed he could be. He stops chasing validation. He stops proving himself. He stops apologizing for who he is. He steps fully into the life that took decades to build. He becomes the man who sets boundaries with strength, loves without losing himself, protects his energy, walks away when disrespected, chooses peace over chaos, values his time above opinions, lives with purpose, clarity, and dignity. And here's the deepest part. He becomes this man because of everything he lived through. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every mistake, every woman who came into his life. Whether she loved him, challenged him, or broke him, she shaped him. Life forged him. Women refined him. Pain carved him. Wisdom crowned him. And now he stands as a man who no longer needs approval from the world. He approves of himself. He carries scars, but he carries strength. He carries memories, but he carries mastery. He carries loss, but he carries life. He is whole. He is grounded. He is unshakable. And that makes him part of a rare group of men. Men who don't just grow older. They grow wiser, stronger, deeper, and better. These 7 things separate him from the rest. They make him uncommon. They make him powerful. They make him a man with a life worth respecting. My brothers, if you've made it this far, it means something inside you resonates with this journey. Something inside you recognizes the strength you've built, the battles you fought, and the wisdom you now carry. You are not just aging, you are evolving. You are rising. You are becoming the kind of man the world doesn't make anymore. And if these 7 things describe you, you truly stand out from the rest. Before you leave, my brothers, make sure you subscribe to the Stoic Men Tribe. Hit that like button, drop a comment, share this video with another man who needs this strength, and turn on notifications so you never miss the wisdom that shapes the modern warrior. This tribe is your home, your brotherhood, your strength. Until next time, stay powerful, stay grounded, stay stoic.